This is how I made homemade flour clay. I started by using flour, salt, vegetable oil, and water. I started with a big bowl and I put 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and mixed them together. Then I put 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in. And then I put in 3/4 cups of a water, but you were supposed to put it in slowly, so I messed up and I hoped for the best. Then I started to mix it all together, so it started to feel like a clay consistency. And then I thought I need more water, so I put more water into it, and I mixed that in with my hands instead of a spoon because I thought it was working better. It doesn't feel like the school clay. It's like a little salty. I feel the salt. Then I decided it was too sticky, so I added flour to it, and I started to massage the flour into the clay. Then I decided that it felt like it was fine, and I made a ball and put my thumb in and started to make a pinch pot. So I'm spreading it out here and trying to make a round pinch pot. Here it was making me really mad because I couldn't get rid of the bumps, and so I started all over again. I added more water because I wasn't really sure what to do anymore, and then I decided that what's done was done and I was just going to start my next pinch pot again. Here I'm smoothing it out with water. Also, this starts out as a bowl, but as I keep touching it, it will slowly lose its shape. It was also so scary moving that because I thought I was going to break it and then I was going to be very, very upset. Here I'm using a little paintbrush to try and get rid of any fingerprints and lines or indents inside of it, but it wasn't really working because the clay was insanely hard to work with. Here's what my bowl looked like at this point, and then I had to cheat and I took off my glove because I could not smooth it out with the glove and it was better to use my finger, so that's what I did. Here is where I was indenting because I was going to cut off the top and make it wavy, but then I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. But the damage was already done, so I decided to just smooth it out. But this was also really hard because it was so crummy and crumbs just kept falling off. Then I preheated the oven to 250 degrees and put it in there it told me to put it in for an hour, but I took it out 2 hours later and it still wasn't completely cooked. But this is what it looked like, only one crack in the middle. I think this clay was really great for playing with and for people who weren't trying to make actual assignments out of it, because I had a lot of fun doing it, but it's definitely not something that I would ever make in school. But I thought it was very fun to play with for other people to make.